Okay, what's up? It's another yap session. Everybody else in the house has gone to sleep. My parents, my sister. But I'm here with you and we're gonna jab. So, just give me 1 second here. Just gotta get the product. And now let's yap. Okay, so I got a couple of things that I want to talk about. But if we start off with, I actually want to go with this one. So you have, well, I think you will understand at a certain point, cheers, in your journey, you will understand that everything is there for you to take. And it's really incredibly simple if you think about it. Because, in terms of trading, the strategies, they are there. The profits are there. The prop firms are there. So everything is laid out for you in a sense. And it's really just for you to come and take it. And that's the incredible part about trading. It's all about you. So, wait, let me just. It's all about you. And once you master yourself, trading is really limitless. And it's a beautiful thing because it's all right there. It's so easy to take. You just have to take it. You just have to ask for it and take it and do the necessary action towards it. So, okay, so what's the necessary action, you might ask? Well, most of you are probably on the perfect path and you shouldn't do anything else but to just continue and keep believing in yourself. So what are the necessary steps? Well, first off, you need a strategy, of course. And the funny thing about strategy is you can find a strategy in 3 seconds by Googling. And most of those strategies, they actually work. But this is the funny thing. Every strategy has some form of discretion in it. And discretion is what gives the strategy edge. So if you have a super mechanical strategy, then it's trading like a bot, basically. So if it's 100% mechanical, you can program it into a bot. And I have made bots myself. They worked for a couple of months. They did very well, but then they, stopped doing well. And so discretion gives you edge. And whatever strategy you chooses will have some will have higher, discretion, and others will have less discretion. But discretion is what gives you edge. So the longer you stick to strategy, the better you get at it. And the more discretion you build, the more edge you build. And you can see, okay, these setups, it's technically my strategy, but I don't want to take them because it's my discretion. And I think there's something wrong about this. And the setup is not playing out. And that's your discretion. That saved you from that trade. Same with profitable trades, okay? This doesn't tick every single box, but I'm pretty sure that price will go there based on what I've seen. And so I enter and it's a TP, and that's your discretion, that's your edge. I like sitting like this because it's closer to the camera, it's super far away. And yeah, that's discretion. So that's strategy. The next component would be, well, obviously some kind of capital. So whether it's, a demo account, prop firm account, live capital. And this topic it's kind of a hard one because some people, say start out on demo, other people say start out on prop firm, start out on live capital, because then you have, the real emotions. To be honest, I would say start out on demo, like a 50K demo account, and treat it like a prop firm, and try to pass that demo account, but it's a complete demo, like paper trading. You can do it on TradingView, and then try to pass it, like with the 2K drawdown limit. And if you pass it, then just head on into an eval, because you might pass your eval and you might not, but it doesn't matter, because you know that you're profitable. If you pass the demo, you know you can do it on a prop firm account. And now your emotions come into play. But I just want to say something about the prop firm, that don't get attached to each specific eval and XFA account, like funded account, because they don't really matter. You will blow some, you will keep some, but in time you will blow all of them, and you will get new ones, and you will blow them, and you will get new ones and blow them, because most likely you don't want to be moved to live, because it has more rules, and you can't have 5 XFA on live, you can have 1 and stuff like that. So detach yourself from the eval, and just know it's not about the eval, it's about you. And once you have proven that you can pass your demo, you can pass every single eval, you can get that payout, and you can move on to the next eval. Because evals, it's like a business expense, right? It's occurring every single month, and all you want to do is use them, and when they're done, you throw them in the trash. Okay, so the next thing is the mindset, right? Because emotions will differ from demo to live, or from demo to prop, from demo to live money. And the emotions is kind of different for everybody. Some people have traumas in their past life. They might not, like to bet big because of something that happened. I don't know. They might, have fear of entering, fear of losing, all these different emotions, and they are very personal. And it's a very personal journey for you to take. And all I can say here is just journal every single trade, write down your feelings, your thoughts, and everything. And if you make a mistake, that's okay, but take that mistake and turn it into a lesson immediately, and try to not make that mistake again. So that way, if you only make that mistake on one trade, you don't have to blow the entire eval to learn the mistake. You can move on to the next trade and don't make that mistake. Now, I have made most of my mistakes a couple times over, as probably most of you. But as long as you stick to the journey and keep improving, keep journaling, and really analyze what is going on here, and what can I do better on the next trade, instead of focusing. My voice is kind of breaking up. Instead of focusing so much on the P&L, focus on your actual trades. Are these trades good, or are they not good? Because once you stop focusing so much on the P&L and the profits, and you focus on the journey and your ability to trade, is this a good trade? Is this a bad trade? That's when things really start to change. And that's when they started to change for me. These last couple of months, I have mostly focused on, only the trades and taking good setups and the journey. And sometimes, I slip back, because I'm human. Everybody's human. So sometimes I slip back, but I catch myself and am able to, get back into that state of focusing on the trades and the journey very fast now. And so if I slip back, I can just, move right back into that state and focus on the journey. So that's a big one. We have strategy, we have capital, we have mindset covered. And I think that's really it. That's all you need. And just know, it's a very personal journey and it's a beautiful thing. Because imagine if you, just from the start, had it so easy with, let's say, trading. You passed your first eval, your first ever strategy was so good, your discretion so good, your mindset so good, and within 2 weeks, 2 months, you buy, your first supercar, and you had no failures, no struggles. That supercar won't mean a shit to you, because you haven't gone through anything hard. But if you have gone through, hardship, struggles, you've been at this for a very long time, you have gone through everything, like your bank account was at the top and bottom, and you have gone through everything, emotional roller coaster, you cried yourself to sleep, then that supercar will feel so, so, so much more and feel so much better, because you have gone through an entire journey and you're very proud of where you started and where you come out. So focus on the journey, keep going, keep improving, journal, and just stick to it. Be true to yourself. Try not to consume super much, like YouTube and stuff like that. Even this video, try to keep it limited. I myself consume a lot, but I'm trying to create, like in this video, I try to be with myself and let my thoughts come to me, and just be true to yourself and just enjoy the journey, man, because it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and bye.